We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect him, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect him, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We slaying witches and demons, making a list like I'm Steven. This ain't the Garden of Eden. Playing this game, it's not even. I come with soldiers and legions. That is my name that you speaking. All of y'all live for the weekend. I don't know what you believe in. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. She rocking the two-piece and look like a snack. Stay out of trouble, but I got a new scheme. I'm sipping on wine while they sipping on that. I done told y'all if I see it, I cop it. You see what we rocking, we dripping all black. You being off, you seen this deposit. We brought a few bags and there's more in the back. I got riches storing up in heaven. I'm a big gorilla, I got ape aggression. Young and jaded like an adolescent. I'm slightly faded like an evanescent. Brand new villa up on the East Coast. You better come through because we stay progressing. If you roll with us, you better unpack before God teaches you an eternal lesson. Roll with me, you're gonna learn something. Roll with me, you're gonna earn some. We in the forest like we Fern Gully. If it's feeling off, I discern some. Clean hearts, but we stay muddy. Too smart, but we stay study. Staying face, cause we too ugly. All these jokers think they too funny. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect him, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect him, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. Check, check, 1, 2, ayy, check, check. I don't know if I can rap this shit. Yeah, ayy, yeah. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's poppin'. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just phone like they sat in. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stopped checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a hot king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Now my shit's popping, oh, and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking it. Now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah, that's the thing. Happens a lot. Fatherless kids, yeah, we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not. He would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just phone like they sat in. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stopped checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit, I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Yo, last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah, it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just phone like they sat in. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stopped checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. It's too early in the morning for this shit. But let's get it. Yeah. Ay, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on their chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on their chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, put nuts on their chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Fuck no! Go fuck yourself. Go to the fucking gym.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole enormous.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 3126 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busses, hustlers, and yo-hos? It's your boy Papa Swole back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beescast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you be. All right, fam, welcome to the show. Happy Tuesday. We are on Thanksgiving week, so hashtag Thanksgiving in the comments down below for a chance to win today's Swole card. That's right. Hashtag Thanksgiving. We'll give that Swole card away at the end of today's episode. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the show, and let's get into the Mancast. We got some awesome Swole fan posts we're going to jump into first. We'll take some questions in the knowledge cock portion, and then we will go balls deep. And as always, it's going to be slapping. It's going to be fapping. We're going to go deep, and it's going to be awesome. So let's strap into it. But before we do, let's talk a little bit about some of the awesome things we have going on. Now, first, if you have not, I guess if you've been living under a rock, you might not know that we have launched our brand new Swolenormous app. So take a moment after the show, of course, and go to your Apple Store or Google Play and download the brand new Swolenormous app, and you can start your trial. Join the fam today, and you could jump into one of our awesome programs. You can start a yoga class. You can check out the Brain Gains meditation. All 7 pillars, everything you need is in one place. And that's the most important thing that I wanted to address with Swolenormous X period when I created it, but also the Swolenormous app. I want to make it even easier to access all the amazing content inside Swolenormous X. So now you have the Swolenormous app. Head on over to the App Store or Google Play, type in Swolenormous, and download your copy of the Swolenormous app and join the fam and start making some SFG. Start making those gains, beaches. Start making those gains. You could schedule your workouts. You'll get alerts and notifications letting you know that your yoga class or your workout is coming up. You could journal and track your meditation progress, your community progress. You could track your weights and your reps. You could stream it to your TV, all this stuff. It's been awesome, and I love the feedback I'm seeing in the chat right now. So thank you, everyone who has checked it out and download already. And of course, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is just the initial launch of it. You know, this is just the initial launch of it. And of course, we're going to be updating, we'll be promoting and improving as time goes on. So very exciting stuff. Let's get into the first Swole fan post. We got a couple accountability posts from yesterday.
What's in the box?
Let's jump into it. Christopher says, I am promising to stick to my 7 pillars this week, namely nutrition with Fat Thursday on the horizon. I need to work on my mobility this week. I've switched from the Cybex machines to free weights on the bench, dumbbells, and Nautilus at the gym, and my stabilizing muscles are not good. This week, my focus is on yoga on my non-gym days to help with those core muscles. Very good. Yoga is fantastic and, of course, foundational as you add it to your strength training. Mark says, I am going to continue to embrace change. And it's a bit of an open-end kind of statement, but I mean in terms of life choices. I was always afraid of change because of the unknown and was always uncomfortable bringing in my little bubble where I know I'd be fine. But after joining the Swole fam, I essentially broke free from that fear and embraced new challenges. I've come to the realization that yes, some will suck, but it's better to fail going forward than going backward. As always, I will achieve this by remaining open to what may come and base my decisions off of what information is presented to me while utilizing critical thinking. Ah, yes. Critical thinking. Indeed. Critical thinking. It helps. It helps to use logic and common sense. We like that. We like that in this whole fam. Let's get into a couple emails. Before we get into the emails, if you're not on the email list, by the way, go to makeemailswoleagain.com. That's available in your description, or just go to the website and you could sign up for free and get access to all the emails. But before we get further into it, today I'm rocking again. I just put the same Swoleverine because it was so soft and comfortable yesterday. I was right here on my chair, so I decided to throw that on. But we dropped 2 new drops yesterday over at papaswolio.com. Now, it's the holidays coming up. I know it's Black Swole Week. It's Black Friday, and we have the holidays coming up, so I know you're distracted. There's a lot of things, a lot of offers going around. But I will remind you that this is the time of year where things get busy. We get a lot of orders, sizes go out, styles go out. And of course, if you're getting a lot of snow, maybe there's delays with delivery. So if you want to get some gifts, right now we're doing a buy one, get one 50% off, which is the best ever. So buy one, get one 50% off. And like I always say, you want to buy 17, get 17 50% off. You want to buy 9, you get 9 50% off. You want to buy 43 or 47, you get 43 or 47 50% off. So brand new drops this week. These gains have been unburdened by what has been.
Come on, man.
Indeed. These gains have certainly been unburdened. Now we can all make sick fucking gains again and have a nice deep breath of relief that we're not going down a communist shithole in this country anymore. So check out the brand new drop. And also maybe even more popular from yesterday. He sees you when you're lifting. He knows when you skip legs. This might be one of the best drops. Santa Swolio knows when you're skipping leg day. Never skip leg day. So check out both of those new designs over there at papaswolio.com. But also, when you download the Swolenormous app, I will pull that up here for a second. When you download the Swolenormous app, you'll also see on the app, when you go down to new releases, you can see yesterday we dropped the brand new Flow for Legs Express class. But as you scroll over, you can see the new merch right there. And it'll take you right to the new releases section. We drop new recipes every week. So you got all those new releases. This is just from this past Monday. And of course, we're showing a few more releases from the previous week. So we leave like the last 2 or 3 weeks up there in case you haven't checked out all the latest stuff. So you can scroll through and see what's been dropping the last 2 or 3 weeks. But these are always the latest new releases. And of course, we have featured classes, things that we rotate from week to week. So check out the Swolenormous app. It's awesome. The Christmas merch is great. And of course, when you tap right on it, boom, it'll open up in the app and you'll go right to all the new releases section and you can check out all the designs. And like I said, buy one, get one 50% off. So super stoked. It's that easy. Open up the app and that way you know right away what the latest drops are. And we release new stuff every single Monday. So let's get into a couple more emails. So thanks everyone for being here. Just wanted to show you a little bit more with the app. And of course, hashtag thanks gaining in the comments down below for a chance to win today's Swole card. So let's get into a couple emails. Intermittent fasting. Actually, we have one more. We have one more from the app before we get into the emails. This I opened up in the, well, let's get into the tip and then we'll talk about it. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. We actually went into tip already. We already went into the tip, so I have to back off and, we pull it out. We put the tip in. Whoa, pull it back a little bit. Now we're back in. Paulina dropped this in the app. And Paulina says, wow, amazing. Love this new app, especially loving the search and filter functionality. I have longed for that for so long. Hopefully that will help me get back into incorporating some yoga into my routine. Been enjoying Maximum Swole over this year, and I'm moving on to a new split variant this week. A few weeks ago, I did a personal best with a set of back squats with 80 kilograms, the heaviest of anything I've done so far with free weights. And that's absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Good for you. And I really appreciate the positive feedback. And one of the best things, again, is scheduling. Look, when you have a program, this is why we always talk about the importance of a program. When you have a program, for example, when you join the Swole fam and you download the app and you get started on Maximum Swole, the 90-day dash, when you have a program, you're doing things with intent. You don't want to just do physical activity and not have any direction. And that's what a lot of people do. They go to the gym and they exhaust themselves. They get tired, they move, they do some chest, they lift some weights, but there's nothing actually with intent or specific behind what they're doing. They just go and do physical activity. When you're on a program or you schedule a yoga class, it's going to hold you accountable. And there's always a purpose behind a class. There's always a purpose behind a program, like everything that works with that synchronicity inside Swolenormous X. So make sure that when you're doing your training, if you don't have a program, you need one because you need that training protocol with intent. Make sure you're not just doing physical activity and exhausting yourself. Make sure that you're doing your training with an actual desired outcome and you're doing the proper things in order to make sure that that outcome is going to be what happens. Because a lot of times people just do random shit and then you're wiped out, but you don't get results and you get frustrated, you fall off, and that's what we don't want to happen, right? You want to make sure that you're consistent with all 7 pillars. Okay, let's get into intermittent fasting. Is it magic? Now, of course, it's not magic. It's just skipping a couple meals. But Brian responded to this email and says, a little bit late in replying, but it is Sunday evening on the 24th, and I'm starting week 4 since I've joined the Swole fam, and I'm down 10 pounds from making a hell of a lot of better choices eating. Lots of steak, chicken, and beef with fruit and vegetables daily. I'm full longer, and overall I feel a ton better since joining. I've spent today meal prepping and planning my workouts for the busy week ahead. Currently, I'm enjoying the cooler temperatures here in Texas, sitting in the backyard, finishing the final bit of food on the grill while watching one of my reasons for getting healthier, my 5-year-old daughter play. Hope the entire Swole fam has an amazing Thanksgiving. Aww. And I think we're all going to have an amazing Thanksgiving. We're going to have an amazing Thanksgiving. And that's one of the best reasons to get in shape is for your family and for your future. So keep it up, Ryan. You're doing awesome. And it's been hot as fuck down here in Florida. I was out in the sun with Mama Swole earlier. It's hot, sweaty. The sun's beating down, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's not as humid this time of year. It's beautiful. All right. David responding to the intermittent fasting email. David says, Papa Swole, I've removed so much from my diet that I'm confident that I eat well. Steak cooked in tallow, both grass-fed, eggs, lots of eggs, chicken, Greek yogurt, and berries, some vegetables. That's about it. Good for you. Good for you.
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
And of course, intermittent fasting's not magic. It's skipping a meal. If you're doing a 16-8, you're just eating for 8 hours. You're eating from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. You're pretty much eating all day. So intermittent fasting's not magic. Not to say there's no benefits from fasting, but just skipping breakfast isn't going to make any noticeable difference in your physique. It's really about what you're consuming and how much overall, and your training and your recovery. If you prefer to do an eating window from like 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., if you want to limit yourself like that and it works for you, that's fine. You could try it. Personally, I didn't like that long term, but everyone's going to be a little bit different. Bottom line, you figure out what your eating style in terms of when and how much, but it really comes down to what you're eating first. Okay. Are you eating the right foods? And if you're not eating the right foods, then it really doesn't fucking matter what time you eat it. If when you're eating garbage. And again, when you check out in the Swolenormous app, if you go to nutrition at the top, you could start with the nutrition jumpstart and the elimination diet. And it really walks you through meal prepping. It walks you through the different nutrition lifestyles. And then we have all of our recipes. So if you look at all these amazing foods, like I eat mostly meat. All right. When I say mostly meat, I'll have chicken now and again, but I really just eat beef. That's really what I eat, beef and eggs. But you see, we have a lot of recipes for seafood. We have a lot of different snacks and options there. We have things that are based on, low carb or wild game. So we have a lot of different options. So depending on what you're looking for, depending on what your preferences are, if you realize or you find that you prefer seafood and you like seafood and you have access to seafood, everyone's gonna be a little bit different. So quality always is number one, and we go from there, but there's a lot of options for you. All right, fam, it's time for some questions. Let's get into some knowledge cock. If you got live questions, drop them in the comments, #AskPapaSwolio. And you could also ask a question. If you want to call into the show, you can go to askpapaswolio.com and call in at any time. So askpapaswolio.com. All right, questions. Let's see here.
What's in the box?
Kundanrout 973. Papa Swole, how would you describe yourself in one word? I'm gonna have to go with Swole. Now, I'm not the swollest person ever, but I am Papa Swolio, and that is my thing. So I would say swole. And could be swoller. We can always be swoller. So we try to be swole in mind, body, and spirit. Double shitty underscore Jessica Pop. I hate underscores. Papa, how do I get rid of bad habits and replace them with new healthy ones? Well, you need to start doing the right things and stop doing the wrong things. So how do you do that? Well, there's a great book. We talk about it all the time, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Why reinvent the wheel? Someone's already written a great book that breaks down how to set little micro habits. That's why it's called Atomic Habits, small little habits, not atomic like nuclear, but atomic like nucleus. And talks about how you make bad habits invisible and unattainable. And essentially you want the habits that you're trying to build, make them unavoidable, and then have some sort of like a reward system at the end of creating that habit or stacking certain habits. So in other words, you want to piggyback positive habits based on other positive habits so you can create that system of reward after doing the things that you want to do. Because good habits, it really depends on what you're trying to accomplish. It really doesn't matter what that good habit is. You could use this with anything. But like we always talk about when it comes to brain gains meditation inside Swolenormous X, we have 5-minute meditation, but you could do 1 minute or 2 minutes of meditation. If you do it every day, that's much more important than 5 minutes every other day. You want to build that consistent daily habit, for example, and you want to make it as easy as possible. If you want to get into meditating, you try to do an hour every day, you might do it for 1 or 2 days in a row, but then you're going to fall off. It's too much at once. You have to create that proper pattern and create those new neurological pathways, and it takes time. So You want to make the habits that you're trying to build essentially the fact that you trip on them when you're getting out of bed. You can't avoid this positive habit. You have to make sure that if you're, whatever it is, you have to prepare it in advance. If it's going to the gym, you want to make sure you have your bag ready and everything ready. So you literally get up out of bed and all your stuff is right there. Your shoes, your clothes, your bag. You just have to leave the house. You want to make it as easy to execute your habit as possible. And for all those bad habits, you want to make them as hard to execute as possible. So that's a general idea, but I would just get that book, Atomic Habits. It's great. It explains it much better than I just did, but it's just a great way. And then you have your manual. You have a manual that can help you do that. And it's going to unlock some things for you. So that's a great place to start. Marius Bon, Papa Swole, do you do cardio?
Because Dickens?
Yeah, a lot of you are like, yeah, he does. I do sauna. I'll do some sled stuff. I'll do club swinging. I take Rufus on walks. I don't do tons of cardio. I don't go on an elliptical machine, but I do recommend sprints. I do recommend high intensity cardiovascular, zone 2 or 3, getting your heart rate up, but it doesn't have to be long, extended, protracted cardio. So if you're trying to build muscle and you're trying to lose weight, lose body fat, then you just don't need to do hours and hours of cardio. A lot of times it's eating into your recovery and it's fatiguing you more, and it's going to negatively impact your ability to build muscle because it's just fatiguing your body as a system. But doing cardiovascular activity is beneficial, but you get a lot of mimicking benefits inside a sauna. When you're in there for 200 degrees, your heart rate's up, you're getting that kind of stuff up. So it's good to do cardiovascular activity, but a lot of times people just kill themselves with cardio when you should really be focusing much more on building muscle. Okay, questions in the comments, #Ask Papa Swole. Let's keep it moving forward. Papa Swole, my boyfriend came off testosterone 3 weeks ago, and he's losing mass. He's 36 and his test levels are low. How does a man regain and maintain his natural test levels? Why would he get off testosterone if he has low testosterone? How does a man regain and maintain his natural testosterone levels? Sleep, nutrition, sunlight, all the things we talk about all the time. Why would he come off of it? Was he doing a bigger cycle? Does he need TRT? If he's taking anabolics and stuff like that, he might need to be on TRT for the rest of his life. But it sounds like he needs to go to a clinic or go to his physician, his hormone physician, and really figure that out. Because everything that I'm going to say is the normal thing that most people should be doing. Get quality sleep. That's probably the number one thing. Eating quality food. That's right there too. Getting sunlight, sun the nips, sun the sack. All these things are great for testosterone, but everyone's going to be a little bit different. Maybe if there's something that he's been already doing, it might negatively affect his body to get back to that high level naturally. I don't do TRT or anything like that yet. I'm open to it, but I haven't gone down that road. So I can't give you personal experience on that, but maybe someone else in the comments can. PJ Koski, Papa Swole, favorite fruit? Watermelon. Watermelon. I'm a watermelon fiend. Good watermelon. Bad watermelon is gnarly, but good watermelon? Oh, yeah. Emilio Chavez, Papa Swole, what are some good high-protein meals? Steak, eggs, chicken, fish, raw dairy. Any questions? Any questions? Ratfink1138. What a name. Papa Swole, what do you consider the best mobility training? I don't even know how to answer that. What do you mean? Like the best mobility? Mobility is mobility. But essentially what mobility is, it's strength through a full range of motion. So it's like end range of motion strength. So Jefferson curls are great. There's a lot of deep squat, sissy squats are great. Yoga's fantastic for mobility, but really it depends on what you're trying to improve. But a lot of people think mobility is just stretching, which is not. If you're just doing stretching, then you're not actually training mobility. What you want is to load your stretching. That's mobility training. That's a lot of what mobility training is. And you start very light and you build up over time, but there's a lot of great mobility classes and stuff. For example, in the app, if you're interested in jumping into that, we have a whole, oh, there's our Telegram chat, but we have our whole, let me bring that app back up. We have the mobility section at the top. You scroll over and go right to mobility. And we have a lot of Swollen 7s. We got the yoga and the Swolga that I do, knee pain mobility. We have back pain. We got a lot of master classes that are there for mobility. Let me go back to the section. So mobility can be Swolga. Mobility can be club swinging. Mobility can be, did I say yoga already? Chair yoga, yin yoga. We got a lot of different stuff for mobility. And as you can see, we have a lot of different options for some of these mobility masterclasses. And of course, one of our famous masterclass series is the knee, ankle, and the hip mobility masterclasses, which is really the center from where a lot of people get banged up. But when I do club swinging, that's mobility also. Club swinging is great for mobility. All right, we got one more question. Last chance to get your questions in. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. Hayne, though, HV, Papa Swole, should I be lifting following a program? We just kind of talked about this. Or just use what seems good? Well, if you have a question like that, you should go on a program. Pretty much everyone should be on a program. What program are you doing? Drop that in the comments. A lot of you should be on a program. Oh, a bunch of questions just popped up in the chat. A bunch of questions popped up. I think I had a delay with my chat, so we'll get to a couple more then. But everyone should be on a program. Now, whether you're doing the 90-day dash or you're doing maximum swole, there's a lot of different options for your program. But again, a program is training with intent. A program is training with intent. So if you have a program, for example, and let's go to the program section, you have the 90-day dash, which is an all levels program. You have Swole Season, which is a bulking program. It's more of like a beginner intermediate. It's also advanced. It's kind of like an all levels bulking program. But if you're new to bulking and you're new to building muscle, that's a great one to start with. Swole Mastery is a body weight program. Maximum Swole is a high intensity, lower volume program to maximize and minimize fatigue, but maximize stimulus. And Scorched Earth is very much a muscular endurance program. And then of course we have like accessory programs. So if you see all the different aspects of these programs, what you're going to find is each one has an intent. And that's what a program does. It has intent. And if you're just doing physical activity without intent, right, then what are you doing? You're just doing physical activity. You don't want to just be tired after training. You're in a puddle of your own sweat. Cool story, bro. But what about your outcome? What do you want the outcome to be? And then your program should be structured around getting you that result. So that's why a lot of people want to get in shape. They want to lean out. You hear a lot of people that want to get lean, and what do? They just do tons of cardio. That's not going to cut it. Just do tons of cardio. I want to see my abs. Just do tons of cardio. Or they try to cut, and they have no muscle mass to cut to. They're fat. They need to build muscle. You're skinny. You need to build muscle. If you're fat, you need to build muscle. You have no muscle mass. You have nothing to cut to. People are trying to cut to what? Your skeleton? Do you want to look like you're in a concentration camp? You don't have anything to cut to. People lift for 3 months and act like they're going to fucking cut. It takes you years, multiple years to build sufficient muscle mass to really cut. So start building muscle. Your metabolism is going to improve. Your insulin sensitivity is going to improve. You will trim down body fat if you're not eating in a caloric surplus over time. So, all right, let's get into a couple of these responses. Let's see. Adriel Arch or Arc, whatever. AD Real Arc. Papa, I continue to increase weight and reps for PO. I'm getting stronger, but I do have fluff in nips and love handles, trusting the process to lean out over time. But Papa, it's frustrating. Keep on. Sure. Oh, progressive overload. Yeah. I mean, what's your nutrition like? If you have fluff in your nips and stuff, you have high estrogen. A lot of times, some of these hormone imbalances, that's tough. A lot of you are still covering yourselves with toxic ingredients and lotions and shampoos. And there's a lot of estrogenics, things that raise your estrogen levels in your environment and interrupt your hormone signaling. And that's like little coats of paint. And you have maybe hundreds or thousands of them in your life every day. So it all matters. It all matters. You're wearing polyester underwear and polyester sheets, and you're drinking out of plastic bottles, and then you're eating, you know. So it really comes down to all that. It's not just lifting. But yeah, you need to keep focusing on building muscle and then improve those other habits. So what are you eating? Have you done an elimination diet? What's your sleep like? All these other things. Just because you're lifting weights and you're getting a little bit stronger doesn't mean you don't have a lot of estrogenics in your environment. A good book is Estrogeneration. Estrogeneration is a good book. You can check that out. I just had an idea, so let me hold on. All right, let's see. Mark. Underscores to piss off Papa. It certainly does. I just had an idea of something we're going to add to the app a little bit more specifically. So, Papa Swole, I've been arguing with my buddy for the past 4 days about raw dairy and nutrition as a whole. He says what I'm doing is killing me, but yet I hear kicking ass. Should I just consider it a... We talked about this yesterday. Your friend doesn't know what he's talking about. So who fucking cares? You already asked that question. Should I consider it a lost cause? Who cares? Why are you arguing? Who cares? You don't have to argue things that someone hasn't done their research for it. Eating raw dairy is not killing you. That's the most retarded thing that I've ever heard in my life. Joey Joe 123, Papa Swolio, what is your opinion on a healthy body fat range for a woman, and also how much of a calorie deficit should someone aim for weight loss? There are heaps of varying information. This is something I've been harping on for a long time. Don't worry about weight loss. Build muscle. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's not. You want more lean mass. And you could be around a maintenance. You could really be eating around maintenance and focus on building muscle, and your body will trim down extra body fat over time. For a woman, it's going to be higher than men. Probably high teens, low 20s. Women should not be extremely low body fat. If you do, you're going to have issues with your menstrual cycle, amenorrhea, and stuff like that. So it's women naturally. For a man and a woman to look the same in terms of being lean, you can look up charts and stuff like that, pictures of, a grid of what people look like. And don't forget, people's body fat percent, it depends on how you're measuring it. Underwater weighing, DEXA scans, it's hard to accurately measure body fat with calipers and stuff unless you really know what you're doing. You have really good calipers, not those little cheap plastic ones. Really good calipers and stuff cost hundreds of dollars. And you have to have someone that knows exactly what they're doing, and it's just not 100% accurate. So different people hold body fat in different places or in different quantities, and two people that are 15%, they might look different. One person might have more veins and look leaner and whatever it is. So if you have a dude that's 13%, it's going to look the same as a woman that's 20%, something like that. A woman, you're going to look leaner when you're at a lower body fat percentage. I might have over exaggerated, but women, it's at the same visual body composition. It's going to be a little bit higher. So body fat range, again, you can really eyeball this. You don't have to actually have a number. It's not really important. But the reason why a lot of women don't lose weight, and when I say lose weight, the reason why a lot of women don't lean out is because they focus on starving themselves. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but they focus on not eating as much, and then it negatively affects their ability to build muscle. Women do a lot of cardio. They do a lot of reps. They lift weights like cardio. They do a lot of 15, 20, 25 reps. They don't push close to failure. So they're not actually building muscle. They're still always lifting the same weights over and over again. They never really make progress because they're just exhausting themselves and sweating and doing the elliptical a lot. So they get skinny fat. They lose fat, they lose muscle, and they slow down their metabolism even more. And they just kind of get thinner and soft, and they still have a higher body fat percentage. If you want to look leaner, then you need to build muscle and then, keep your calories or your total calories, get your protein in, and keep your calories around maintenance or slightly lower, a couple hundred calories less. But maintenance is fine. Build muscle, and you will get rid of the extra body fat over time as your metabolism improves. Yeah, John, that's another thing I was going to say. That's a really good comment. John says, in time, going back to Mark and the raw dairy conversation, in time, your results with raw dairy is going to shut down the argument. In the meantime, your consistency is your silent rebuttal. So look, I posted a video where I said, oh, I ate raw liver. Oh, does he really eat raw liver? I've been doing this for 15 years. I've been eating raw liver, never had problems. I've been eating raw eggs for 25 years. I haven't had raw eggs in a while, but I've had so much raw eggs. I used to pound raw eggs, 25, never had a problem. I've always tried to get quality, but I've gotten store-bought eggs, let's say Publix, organic brown eggs, and I would just crack them down the hatch. I just never had a problem. So I'm not saying you won't, but I never did. And I've been eating raw liver and bone marrow and lifting weights. And after a while, the results speak for themselves. I'm 41 years old. And if I go on Facebook or I look at people that I graduated high school with, 40 years old, what do you think? Maybe 30 or 35? What's the age range where you could really tell when people, if you took care of your health or you don't? There's that age where like, oh, everyone looks young. And then all of a sudden, whoa, you get the disparity around probably 40 or so, where the people that didn't take care of themselves, they're the ones that are like falling apart. So it looks like a different, I don't recognize any of these people. Their faces don't even look the same from high school. So anyway, you just become your own science experiment. This is why it's important to look at science and research and evidence, but that doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. It doesn't mean it won't work for you, right? When it comes to volume and training, there are some people that like to do A, B, and C and they get results. Fine. Other people like to do D, E, and F, and some people X, Y, and Z. There's certain evidence that might show that one is better than the other, but it doesn't mean that you can't, it doesn't mean that you can't do that. All right. Just looking for some other questions. 40 really hits home for bad habits. Any other questions? Soul Train, even though I'm sore from the gym, I'm doing some active recovery today. Also focusing on getting proper sleep. My man, good for you. Let's see. A couple other ones. Rumble, YouTube, Telegram chat. Eats Julian. Papa Swolio. Between lamb and goat, what would be a better pick for nutrition? I can't handle beef every day, trying to stay away from chicken. Lamb. Goat dairy is great because goat dairy is just naturally A2 casein. So if you get raw goat dairy, that's fantastic. If you like that, you can get goat cheese and goat kefir, all that. But lamb, grass fed, you can find 100% grass fed and finished lamb. Lamb's a great option. You can't handle beef every day. What do you mean? Just like the flavor, you just get tired of it. Don't forget, look, when you're eating beef all the time, you can't handle beef because I didn't grow up in it. You didn't grow up in beef. Just so you know, it depends. If you're not used to eating beef, I like to eat the same thing more often all the time. I'll have certain cuts of steak and certain beef more often than not because it's easy. It's simple. I love it. It tastes great. So I'm consistent with it. I don't have to overthink and try different recipes. We have thousands of recipes in the app, but it doesn't mean you have to make all these fancy recipes. You find one you like. Oh, I love that. And you do that for a little while. And then you're like, oh, I'm looking for something else. So we'll do different cuts of steak. And when you eat steak all the time or beef all the time, ground beef, patties or ground, completely different. So you get 2 or 3 meals with just making meatballs or ground or making patties or having in chunks. You have 4, 5, 6 different ways you can make beef right there. Different cuts of steak. Each different cut of steak is literally an entirely different meal. It's a different flavor. You go for skirt steak versus a ribeye versus a strip versus London broil for jerky. And you could do so many different types right there. And then you can get into other types of meat or eggs. Eggs, you can do hard boiled. You can do scrambled, over easy, sunny side up. You can, so there's a lot of different, when you eat beef all the time, like I have, just a different cut of meat is just, whoa, it's a whole different meal. Good show to listen to while grocery shopping. Hey, good for you. Let's see. JW75. Love that shirt. I'm getting myself one. Oh yeah. The Swolverine shirt. By the way, just because JW brought it up, appreciate it. You get buy one, get one 50% off. So if you like this one, you can get the Swolverine, get the deadlift one, the Deadpool deadlift one. So deadlift and Swolverine, you can get both of them. So you get buy one, get one 50% off. papaswolio.com. Shameless plug. Let's get a little... Lady Hawk, since I seriously started training legs again, I'm noticing my strength coming back super fast. I'm going up in weight and pushing close to failure, hoping to make even further gains in 2025. It's what we like to hear. Buy 200. Yeah, you buy 50, get 50% off. You buy 75, you get 75, 50% off. You buy 200, I'll consider a reach around. Papa just might bend over. I don't know if I'll bend over, but a reach around. Why not? Why not? You buy 200? Shit. Come on now. Get creative. Gotta have some perks, right? All right, so let's get into some balls deep content. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. That's deep. All right, so the merch disappeared from the screen. We got the Tainty Man. Where is he? Oh, I moved the camera a little. I moved the camera to the right a little bit, and he's still off. Dude, can I get you on the camera, please? What a big oaf. Let's see. Let's get back to some of the merch. Again, buy one, get one, 50% off. Go check out the site. We got this guy, the Ozempic gym shirt. I gotta find mine. I have so much merch. I need to I'm trying to give it away. I'm trying to send it to people. I'm bringing it to people like, hey, you want some shirts? Here, take 10. I just have way too many. So Ozempic, the gym shirt, great. Buy one, get one, best sellers. Here's the deadlift one I was talking about, deadlift and Swolverine. This is my pride flag, lift, 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 super swole bros. Lots of awesome, got the best sellers are great. We got the holiday merch, Optimus Pump. Don't be sleeping on Optimus Pump, fam. We got the Fuck Your Feelings, Swole One, Mr. Grinch. Santa has diabetes. Might be one of the best subtle shirts. Naughty Nice at the fucking gym. All I want for Christmas is sick fucking gains. And let's see. Go to the gym, buddy. The Elf. Santa Swolio's coming to town. Ve al puto gimnasio. And then we got the best, not the best sellers, the new releases. Department of Sick Fucking Gains. 2 + 2 = GTTFG. A lot of political ones from the last couple months, but all right, check it all out. The taint is what matters. That's right. Carson, do you have that merch? Do you have the taint length matters? It does. It does. Taint length matters. We should do some, not the Swole card. We should do, maybe we'll do some like a gift card or something like that. So you can get someone that you care about a gift card. Cause there's so many shirts, so many different options. Where's my balls deep part? Okay. Let's get into some videos. Who's ready for some videos? Videos? Golf clap?
I got hairy legs.
I'm sure you do.
Donnie, you're out of your element.
Let's get into it. Where are we? Balls deep. We got 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. In the meantime, while you guys are voting, Lady Hawk says, lamb is awesome and goat dairy is my go-to since I can't handle A1 casein. And Julian responds, is the goat dairy that doesn't give you the stomach rumbles or the hives? Yeah, so A1 casein, so the A2 casein, it's a different type. Sheep, camel, goat, there might be others, but some cows, but specific ones, I think Jersey cows, or certain ones that are A2 casein protein. You see it on certain milk products, A2/A2. And the reason is the goat milk in particular, I believe it's the protein or the fat globules. It's smaller. So it's more homogeneous and it's usually easier to digest in the stomach. So if you have issues with cow milk or cow dairy, that's A2, trying goat dairy might give you less problems. So if you have issues with that, something to think about. And if you have issues with lactose in general, based on how you're brought up or your gut biome, kefir has been great for me. Kefir or yogurt, raw kefir, raw yogurt, there's a great place to order that stuff from. Dutch Meadows Farms, Miller's Biofarm. These are great. You could go to realmilk.com and look up for farmers markets locally and support your local farm. So local economy. All right, let's see. Let's go. Yeah, we got a Trump. We got sapiosexual, told a Trumper, fuck you. We'll do that one last. Let's do Leslie White number 2. Fat phobia is real, but it's not. I guess it is real, right? I don't want to be a fat, lazy fuck. I'm afraid. I'm so scared.
There is a large population out there that does not think that fat phobia is a real thing.
I think your mental illness is a real thing. I think you're totally okay to be quote unquote fearful or to try to avoid being obese as much as you can. Why not? You don't have to be afraid. I always say there's no need for phobia. There's just, hey, I'm going to have good, healthy habits so I'm not fat. Boom. Problem solved.
Which is insane to me because, like, the contempt that the general public feels towards fat bodies is just so blatant, in my opinion.
In your opinion.
Like, it's...
Yeah, your opinion is retarded, by the way. The contempt, I'm stopping this over and over again. The contempt that the general public feels towards fat bodies is just so blatant. Do you think there's contempt for fat bodies? In other words, the left creates this problem. The left forces these marginalized groups. In other words, the fringe. The left forces the fringe into the mainstream and then repels everyone because it's the fringe for a reason. People do not want to play into your mental delusion. Same thing with the trans shit. So the left foists this neo-racism, this victim culture into everyone's face. People reject it because it's stupid. And then they pretend they're the victim. Oh my God, everyone's so mean. They're repressing fat people. There's fat people in everything. This body positivity shit has gone on way too long. Fat models, fat this, Victoria's Secret, fat, fat, fat. And guess what? All the shows, all the things bomb because no one wants to go and buy lingerie made for fat people. They want to look attractive. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's continue.
In my opinion, like, it's seeped into everything. And it's really sinister too. Like, there are entire industries that feed off of fat phobia and self-hatred. And there's still people out there who say that I'm being a dramatic SJW snowflake for being like, maybe we shouldn't be prejudiced towards people because of their bodies.
You, SJW, social justice warrior. No, you're an SJW retard. You're retard. You're a retard.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Yeah, these eyes, bro.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Where are the eyes? Where are the eyes? Well, there they are. There it is. See? It's there. It's there. I'm going to hit it again.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Shut up, bitch!
Those eye holes. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Chocolate Designs on YouTube's talking about the vocal fry. Would you guys listen to the Daily Swole podcast if I talk like this? It's just relaxing for my vocal cords. I know a lot of you are like, I'm going to turn this fucking live stream off right now if you do it for 5 more seconds. What if I talk like this? Would you listen to the podcast? The Daily Mother Swole. Let's go, balls. God damn it. It's bad.
Go fuck yourself.
It's bad. It's bad. The vocal fry. Brutal. Fuck no. Fuck no, man. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, or 3.
What's in the box?
What's it going to be? 1, 2, 3. What's it going to be? Let's go with... Let's go with Cerny, the GOAT, number 1. Being slim. Being slim. I have a feeling there's going to be a jump scare.
Being slim is the only thing that you ever have to offer in your life. If that is your highest trophy, I hate to see the person you would become after having a baby.
What? What?
Or going through a hormone change. Or just going through anything that slightly even changes the way you look and how people will treat you. I hate to see it for you. And I think that basing your entire personality off of that, you have done such a great disservice to yourself.
You gotta love fat people trying to talk about, like, I can't wait for someone who's skinny to have a baby. Why? Pregnant women look awesome. It's great to see a woman who's pregnant having a family. Like, that's awesome. It's a great thing. It's a great thing.
Okay. There are so many more important things than being appealing to men.
Oh, your feminism. Oh, but my feminism.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
Ladies, there's so many more important things than being appealing to men, coming from a morbidly obese person who, in my opinion, is not attractive and probably does not have a man. Oh, what do you guys think, fam? There's so many more important things than being appealing to men. I actually disagree. What's more important than finding someone that you love and being with them and having a family? Like, same thing with men. What's more important to men than finding a woman? We make money. Men create things. So do women, but like men like to build and career driven and blah, blah, to get women. Men want to get women, and women, no, we're too good for men. We don't need a man. We don't need a man. Yeah, okay. Okay. Enjoy those cats. Enjoy your mental disorders. Enjoy your depression in a few years. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Lady Hawk says, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's true. Lady Hawk says, pregnancy is literal bodybuilding. You are building another human in your body. Yo, preach. Yeah, preach. Good for you. That's a great, literally true.
Yeah, and that's what this is at the end of the day. It might be so ingrained in you that you think it's not, but I promise you, it always is. I also understand, though, I have a very interesting point of view because
you don't.
I've been fat for a lot of my life, and
you don't say.
Hundreds of pounds, if not. And I've seen how people treat me much kinder when I'm slimmer. If I can call it slim.
Nope.
But all of that to say is, I'm glad I have a personality.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything
the narcissism
that could be considered a rational
ego.
thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Lieutenant Dan. Oh, I'm glad I have a personality. Okie dokie. Okay, here we go. Yeah, all right. Is that what we're calling it? And let me make a TikTok talking really quietly, trying to convince you that I'm a valuable person for being fat when people aren't attracted to fat. It's your fault. You're not attracted to me. It's because of you. No, it's because of you. You don't have you're not attractive physically. You're not attractive with your personality. Even if you're never going to be on the cover of Maxim magazine or whatever's popular these days with those meddling kids that are all over my lawn. Get the fuck off my lawn. Even if you're never going to be a supermodel, very few people are. That's why they're called supermodels and not just models. No one likes that kind of victim mentality. No one likes people that are just looking for handouts and looking for everyone to bend to their will for doing nothing. No one likes that passive aggressive bullshit. People aren't attracted to that. And that's your personality, and it sucks. Okay. Julian says, ma'am, women like fit women too. It's attractive to be fit. Women that like fit women are women that have confidence, or women that have a self-esteem, or women that understand their value and they don't feel threatened because, you know, they put in the work. They're not retarded. So a lot of women, there's a lot of competition, right? Women wear makeup, not really for men, it's for other women. You're competing with other women for men, and men are competing with other men for women. You're competing for resources. That's what humans do. Yep. And as a dude, right? Most guys, look, when you have muscle and you go to the gym, you think girls come up like, oh my God, you look so great. Oh, you look so wonderful. Oh, can I be with you? When you're in a gym, you have dudes coming up and like, dude, your biceps are huge. Like, how do I get bigger arms? Like when you're a guy, dudes talk about muscles because guys want to be, they're not like, oh my God, he's awful. Oh my God, look at his arms. You'll go up and be like, dude, how do I get bigger? Like, give me some tips. And women, when you see other women that are fit, you're like, oh man, she looks great. Like it gets you amped up because you're confident and you know who you are. So people that are self-conscious and have low self-esteem take other people's success as a threat rather than an inspiration. All right, this one's called sapiosexual. If you don't know what that is, that means you're attracted to intelligence. And the next one is Trumper, fuck you. That's going to be interesting. Okay, so
what is the best move to silence a woman?
A left jab and a right hook, but it depends. Let's go. I'm just kidding.
What's in the box?
Don't hit women unless they deserve it, like these ones. Okay, this one's called sapiosexual.
Okay, I got one for you.
No, okay, that's a dude. That's a...
Why don't you get the hell out of here before I snap your dick off and jam it into your ass?
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
3 seconds in. This is the game. Instead of balls deep, we should call this section Spot the Chode. Oh, God. Fucking creeps. Absolute insane creeps.
Okay, I got one for you. Sapiosexual. Synonymous with sex zombie. You know? Because zombies need brains. Okay. How do you tell the difference between a sapiosexual and a zombie? Zombies need brains. A sapiosexual needs brains in bed. Okay, sorry. It's technically a joke. Thank you and good night.
Stand! Stand! Stand!
Jesus Christ. That is absolute brain rot. I don't know what the fuck this homo just said. What a toolbox. God, what a creep. I want to be rude. I want to say more things that are mean just because I hate that. I hate that video so much. What the fuck was that? Everyone in the comments, only Psycho, what the fuck are we watching? I have no idea. So by the way, just in case anyone's new to the podcast, make sure you subscribe, enjoy the show. The balls deep portion is when we are also, I don't know what this is. I don't know if does everyone know this? Swole fam knows this. But if you're new to the show, I don't pick these videos. All right. It's a surprise. That's why I have not watched these first. I might see the thumbnail when I click on it to drag it into the streaming app. I don't watch these first. So it's not like I'm choosing this. I'm like, hey, I'm putting you through this. I am getting subjected to this. So we are the same. You and I, we are the same. And this is pretty much, I think, everyone's sentiment right now. Julian says, what the fuck did we just watch? I feel dumb now. Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's get into one more video. We'll do a throwback. We might need 2 to cleanse the palate. But hashtag thanks gaining for a chance to win today's Swole card. Oh, there's Papa Swole. By the way, Papa Swole came home last night in her little tiny box, and we got all the little paw prints and the little, what was it, the little clay thing with her little paw and stuff like that. Oof, it's been a rough, last night. We got it last night and today. Yeah, so we got her little package of things and some more hair, a little thing that the woman and her company that they do for you is. So Papa's home, but she lives on, and we'll keep on changing out these pictures to honor the late, great Papa Swole. 20 years old. She did it. 20 years. Sweet baby girl. The goat. All right, so let's do this last video, and then we'll get into a throwback.
I just told a Trumper wearing a Trump shirt in Palm Springs, California at the Trader Joe's, fuck you.
You did.
And I'm insane, apparently.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no, you're right. I am.
Okay, I'm going to play that again. Okay? Imagine if someone does this. Who's the insane person? Someone just from wearing a shirt? No, this is insane. This is what an insane person does.
I just told a Trumper wearing a Trump shirt in Palm Springs, California at the Trader Joe's, fuck you. And I'm insane, apparently. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, you're right. I am fucking crazy. I have lost my mind. What do you want to do about it? You
Making my job here easy. You're just, okay. I mean,
You switch the samples.
we're done. I guess we're done. Yeah, you're fucking nuts.
fucking crazy. I have lost my mind. what do you want to do about it? You want to find out just how much? So he got out his camera and stood behind my car, and I backed out, and I just thought, if he's going to be stupid enough to stand there, I will hit him, because that's how much I don't give fucks right now.
Yeah, I'll murder someone. That's how, I'm so crazy. That's how little fucks I'll give. I'll run someone over. Yeah. Premeditated murder. Cool. We'll throw you under the jail. How about public hangings? What happened? Look, fam, technology has gotten so much better, but can you imagine, like, on the weekend you go and watch like the local, like, or hopefully there's no like local rapists, but all the criminals that have just, the worst of the worst, just the guillotine, get the gallows out. Come on. We have UFC, people go to Taylor Swift concerts, like, oh, I'm going to the hanging. It's like, let's go hang out. Let's go check it out. You got concessions, get a couple hot dogs, watch a good hanging. Or that old wood chipper. Okay. All right. Just think about it. Let's continue. There's more.
If he's going to be stupid enough to stand there, I will hit him, because that's how much I don't give fucks right now. He got out of the way.
He got out of the way of a moving vehicle because, ladies and gentlemen, that dude is not retarded and not mentally insane. You called him insane and were totally willing to hit him with your car, and he got out of the way. Of course he got out of the way, because he doesn't want to mess with me. Yeah, he got out of the way of a moving vehicle because he values his life and he's not mentally insane. Okay.
And then came up to my window, and like, I should have just driven off. I didn't. I don't know what I said. I think I blacked out a little bit.
Wow. So you had an episode, a psychotic break. You blacked out. You don't remember. That's how. I would love. He took out his camera. Where is this footage? Can anyone find this footage? If you find it, send a link or something like that in the Telegram chat if you remember. Like, if you come across whoever recorded this lunatic, I'd love to do that for tomorrow's episode or something.
But yeah, but whatever I said, what was going on in my mind,
don't take us there. Don't take us there.
What was going on in my mind, much different. Like, I think I was actually working through ripping his face completely off of his stupid fucking head. No big deal.
You're insane, gold member!
Oh, right.
Now, once you've had sex with the woman, she will naturally start to depend on you, okay? All women do this.
Loud noises!
Jesus Christ. Yeah. The problem with these idiots, start that shit with the man. And then guess what? And then he would defend himself and she'd be like, oh my God, he started attacking me. Yeah. Men and women are the same until you start shit with someone and you're going to fuck around and find out. All right. Jeez. Jesus Christ. Let's get into a throwback. Let's get into it. Thanks for being here, Fishes. All right. Let's get into a throwback, and then we'll give away today's Swole card. By the way, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe wherever you're watching, and of course on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star review if you enjoy the show. It helps tremendously. And before we get into it, we'll give you the Swole card, but also check out the Swolenormous app if you're interested in joining the Swole fam. We got specials going on. Start your trial. Go to the App Store. Download the Swolenormous app. Now is the time. And you can start scheduling your first yoga class or program session today. We got everything you need. Offline downloads, scheduling your workouts, custom playlists. You can do so much with this app. And of course, by the way, you still get access to swolenormousx.com. Same login, same username and password. You just have another way to access all the amazing content over at swolenormousx.com with the brand new Swolenormous app. So check it out. App Store, Google Play today and get started. It's Thanksgiving season, fam. You gotta Got to give thanks and make those gains. All right, throwback time. Here we go. Jump scare a little bit. I'm assuming we're going to have a jump scare here. Let me remove this bar. Here we go.
Thing is parental rights. It's nothing. It's parental rights. It's not recognized in law.
What?
No such thing as parental rights.
What a fucking loser!
This is one of those people that could be sent to an island to fend for themselves.
Children's rights, however, are recognized and have been for a very long time.
You stay away from my kid!
Your child does not want to tell you something about them. That's your problem. Not the government's, not the school systems.
Oh, this guy needs to eat a steak and stop with like the soy protein. What a fucking cuck. It's very hard to have that kind of communication. If your kid goes to school for 8 hours a day, they're just being brainwashed. They come back home, they're on their phone or they're on their computer. They're like Disney movies. Like they're just being pounded. It's just the equation. It's imbalanced. I agree, younger Papa Swole. I agree.
Matt Damon.
There's no such thing. Imagine saying there's no such thing as parental rights. Ah, yes, because the left doesn't have kids, they have yours. They don't want to have kids. They sterilize themselves. They cut off their tits. They cut off their dick. They add thigh skin to their groin so they can have a flaccid, floppy skin dong. They want to sterilize themselves and then steal your kids and manipulate your kids. So homeschool. They'll be smarter and they'll be able to communicate with adults and they'll be prepared for adulthood. Don't send them to these indoctrination camps. Please and thank you. We would like to have a society in the future that's not full of these brain dead retards. Okay, let's give away today's Swole card. Thank you so much for being here. You all are awesome. Let's do it. It's Thanksgiving time, fam. Are you ready? Oh, zip Papa Swole. Oh, my sweet little biche.
Are you not entertained?
Here we go. Falcon in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Hashtag Thanksgiving for a chance to win today's Swole card. Thank you so much for being here. We got a Schwinner. It is on the Rumley. That J Bilbo. 75. Congratulations. Hey-o. What's up, bish? All right. Congratulations, TJB. 75. Support@swolenormous.com. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3126 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Now, fam, it is Thanksgiving week. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing a show on Thanksgiving. Maybe we'll do one earlier. It depends. But we're definitely doing one tomorrow. And of course, we'll have one on Friday. So anyway, stay tuned for all the details. But congratulations, Jay. And send us that email. Thank you so much for being here. And again, everyone else, go download the Swolenormous app. Check out papaswolio.com for the merch. Buy one, get one 50% off. All the links are in the description of the podcast and the video. If they're not up on the video yet, they will be. But thanks for being here. Subscribe. Leave a 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you bang your ear holes. And we'll be back tomorrow for some more sick fucking games. Don't forget to go to the fucking gym. Thanks for being here. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Ay, yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Off topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new